All right. Hello. Good evening there, everybody. Let's get this thing all loaded up. All right. Welcome to day 15, the half-ish waypoint of VTober. And tonight we're going to be playing a game that's very special. A game that I love very dearly, Shovel Knight. Looking at that copyright of 2014 made me want to wither and die a little bit, because that means it'll be a decade old next year. But this is a great game, and I wanted to revisit it, and I figured, why not? This will contrast great with Dead Space 2. So, yeah, I decided we're going to play some Shovel Knight. As it says in the title, this is not my first rodeo. I have played the shit out of Shovel Knight. I have purchased this game more times than I care to admit. I played it more than that many times on all of those different consoles. It's a fantastic game. I love it. So we're take the second page. We're gonna start a new game. We're going to start with the main, the original, the Shovel of Hope. I'll probably go through, most of these at some point. I really do like most of these, but we'll start with the classic. Back in my day, it wasn't called Shovel of Hope, it was just called Shovel Knight, because that's all that we had. We didn't have no options. So, we'll just name ourselves. Let's hope it fits. Do I remember how to spell my own name? Close enough. Papistral. Yeah, you know what? I actually would like to do body swap. So again, there were many things that that changed as this game developed and grew and became absolutely massive, and one of them was this body swap mechanic, which I didn't do a whole lot because I had had my fill of Shovel Knight for the time being. Question mark, interesting. When I had finished, when this had come out, I had played the game so many times, I was like, hey, you know what, I'm good. So we're just gonna set everybody to opposite, just to see all this cool stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that just reverses everybody. Okay, so now how do we go back? Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, I guess Shovel Knight's got smaller horns. Let's go to his profile. Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. Of all heroes, none shone brighter than Shovel Knight and Shield Knight. But their travels together ended at the Tower of Fate when a cursed amulet wrought a terrible magic curse. When Shovel Knight awoke, the tower was sealed and Shield Knight was gone. Her spirit broke, and a grieving Shovel Knight went into a life of solitude. But without champions, the land was seized by a vile power, the Enchanter and his Order of No Quarter. Funny that they did not update this art, but they updated plenty of other art, I suppose. Now the tower is unsealed and devastation looms. A new adventure is about to begin. Justice in spades. So it's probably going to be better for me to use the D-pad. We'll go with the stick. I've had some problems in the past using the left stick for 2D games. But, yeah. This be Shovel Knight. You're a knight with a shovel. What more do you want? You got Shovel Knight's signature DuckTales pogo. You dig up dirt for monies. Dig up dirt for monies. Shovel Knight can do at least 2 or 3 things. Shovel Knight also great at killing bugs. Who the heck needs Roundup? So yeah, you got your little... Gotta use the shovel pogo to get through the vertical dirt blocks. Use the shovel attack to kill the bugs, pick up the money to buy upgrades later. There's so many things you can shovel, like bubbles. And these checkpoints that aren't breakable yet. That was a fun little mechanic. So there are many things about this game that are fantastic, and the breaking your checkpoints to get more money is one of them. Very interesting, very... I'm not really sure how to describe it. I want to believe that, like, some other game has done that before, but I'm not sure. Just like, hey man, less checkpoints, but there's reward. Normally old games would just say, hey, there's less checkpoints, and also die. Yeah, you can shovel, throw items at enemies to hurt them, you can bounce off those things, all sorts of cool aerobatic stuff you can do. Acrobatic, aerobatic, same thing, right? Little hidden secrets. Oh, look, there's a whole path there. Sometimes they're less obvious. Sometimes there's slimes inside. The spikes are instant death. I'm not going to touch them right now because they're instant death. But, you know, it's old school in that way. And secret paths. Extra money. You got some music that you can turn in town for the jukebox. And also money. It's nice that they gave that. There's an in-game reason to collect that stuff if you, like, don't care or already have it. It's like, well, you can also get some money. Oh no. Then these little flying red dragon guys. Yeah. So the hitbox on your shovel is definitely, like, it's generous, so it allows you to jump up and hit things that are above you that, like, maybe you shouldn't be able to, but it's nice. We don't need exact hitbox. What are we, some sort of fighting game? Shovel Knight is in it. It's one fighting game, I believe. I suppose I could dig through that for a couple more bucks, but I'm not gonna bother. Soundtrack. Also an absolute banger. Jake Kaufman just annihilating it every single time. Yeah, the game starts with a banger, game ends with a banger. There's bangers all around. I'll let you know when we hit some of my personal favorites. This is definitely one of them. It's just so light and adventurous and good. Yeah, I mean, you'll see Shovel Knight will get plenty of additional items and abilities later. Right now, it's pretty basic, but there's lots of cool stuff Shovel Knight can do, including turning invincible. And yes, I will be spamming the crap out of that. I don't care if it's cheap. It's what I want to do. Now there is a secret. Okay, it's not there. There it is. See, some of them are pretty well hidden. Just innocuous little secrets. And there's a chest! No lock can withstand my shovel. I don't think there's a path to the left there. 60% sure there's not a path to the left there. Forget what those dragons are called. Ah! Damn you, Bubble Dragon. So yeah, you can just shovel this dragon in the face. But it's a lot easier if you just bounce on it a few times. Bouncing over that bottomless pit is a bit dangerous. Got some thin platforms to jump on, like late stage Mario. Ah! Hiding in the grass! Sometimes there's two secrets, like Dark Souls. There's a few comparisons to be made in this game to Dark Souls. One of them is when you die, you drop some of your money. Thankfully, it's not all, and you know, much like Dark Souls, you can get it back by going to where you died. I think they implement a system where you drop a higher percentage of money the more that you have. I don't know if it's a sliding scale or if it's just hard numbers. But they don't punish you as much when you're poor, basically. Which, you know, is how the world should work, I feel. Here we come, our first boss. Oh, I'm missing a hit. Hang on a second. I knew you'd show your face sooner or later, the cerulean coward. Turn back, Shovel Knight. There's nothing here for you anymore. Stand aside, Black Knight. I have no quarrel with you. I must return to the Tower of Fate. Your time away has dulled your senses, can't you see? This entire village has been conquered by the Enchanter. Character's name is normally the Enchantress, and that is going to mess me up this whole time. And his invincible knights of the Order of No Quarter stand between you and the tower. But none of that matters because anyone after the Enchanter has to go through me. Steal thy shovel. And he's got his little so yeah, like I said, shovel bouncing, pretty good, very useful. I don't want to say that Black Knight here is weak to it, but boy does he get bonked by it pretty hard. Yeah. He's got a whole bunch of attacks that maybe you'll see in the future, but we just do a few cheeky shovel bounces and then fight. God, Shovel Knight's limbs are so scrawny. Here's a fun little bonus game segment. So at the end of every level, you take a nap by the fire. And then you go whooshing into the sky. Oh no, it's Shovel Knight. Shield Knight. Shield Knight. Catch him! I don't think you actually get a bonus for catching him. Except that maybe that sequence ends a little early. Remember, always put out your fires, kids. Also, maybe don't burn your gems. Maybe do? I don't think real gems burn that well. Okay, so here we've got our little map. Our world map, if you will. And as always, we'll start with the town. Halt! No weapons! We have enough to worry about lately without everyone swinging swords around. Oh, haha, that's no weapons, just a shovel. You may enter then. And don't forget, press up to talk to everyone. Hey, no, oh, it's just a shovel, never mind. You don't do anything. Good old bard. Hail, traveler, I'm but a simple bard, but I have a big problem. I've lost all my music sheets. My entire repertoire lays scattered across the land. If you ever find a music sheet, return it to me, and I shall reward you handsomely. Whoa, you have 2 music sheets. Magnificent. Take 500 gold for each. Yes, I will. Wonderful. Let's see. Oh, you found Strike the